We are back for another bashing. Before we get into this, I think I need to change the title. There we go. Rocket League, but let's rehash. A couple of things that I would like to point out. One, this is not a road to GC. I never thought of this as a road to GC. Road to GC is literally you starting at bronze and going all the way up to GC. But on road to GCs, you were playing your absolute hardest and you were try-harding to get yourself, to the GC level. That is not what this series is about. This series is about how can you survive and basically be an accommodating, person. Basically, how do you restart? The point of this series is basically a how can I survive at a particular rank and what I need to do and work on to get to the next rank. We got a little bit far from that, but it is what it is. But that is the main point of this. I'm not here to show you, like me going for shit, shits and giggles and doing all of this other shit. I'm not here to show you with my car what's going on. As I'm playing and doing whatever, I'm saying, etc., pointing out other players of the particular rank's mistakes. That is what I want you to pay attention to. Not my playstyle. Not anything that I'm doing in particular. Not anything, like that. What I do is irrelevant to this whole entire series. I don't want you to be looking at my car and being like, oh, well, what's Q gonna do here? Most of the times I commentate that shit if it's something important and I'm actually going for a play. That's not what I want you to see. I want you to see, as I'm coming up to make the play, I want you to be paying attention to the other team's positions. As I'm rotating back, if you see a teammate that I'm passing by, I want you to take note of his position. And I want you to be more self-aware of what's going on in the field. Because when you're playing the game and all of that, and you're going back, and, you're doing the thing, and, somebody hits it over, and all of this is going on, you don't have time to think about all of that stuff. At least you feel like you don't have time. But you do. And that's kind of sort of what I'm trying to point out. When you see people that are pre-jumping, and I'm like, he's pre-jumping that, he doesn't need to go for that, that early. And I'm saying things like that. That's what I really want to point out. Specifically for anybody that's, in champ or anything like that, or wherever, rank that we're playing at. I want you to pay attention to the mistakes. I could care less, what I'm doing with my car, going up, making a flick or doing, whatever. It doesn't matter how I particularly get the ball there or whether or not I have control or anything right there. What I want you to see is the surroundings. I'm sitting here dribbling. You should be paying attention to the people's cars out in the field, not what I'm doing with my car. If you are looking at my car and trying to figure out some hidden technique, it's not going to work for you. Everybody in Rocket League develops their own playstyle. You cannot copy somebody's playstyle. It's not going to work. Copying somebody's playstyle is like trying to copy somebody's personality. You're only going to have a small portion of the answers that you're looking for, but you don't know, how they are deep down. You don't know what's the, glue that holds that personality together. And I thought I should bring that up Because a lot of people are getting the wrong idea about this particular series. And it's kind of, has me going, huh? Me, I drive downfield like this, real slow. I get control of the ball, and then I go out, and then I make a touch. I try to go around, and then I make another touch. All of that's irrelevant. Why? Because I'm slow as shit. Why am I being slow as shit? Because this is champ. Champs are not fast by any means. In essence, you should be, moving the ball, passing to your teammate. The teammate should be making a shot on goal. You should be looking for quick team plays, things like that. But we're not up to like Champ 2/Champ 3 to where speed matters. This is Champ 1. I'm going to be playing this very slow, like a Champ 1 lobby. It's very, very slow, Champ 1 lobbies. And you have a lot of time to react. It's just that people don't. Again, when the ball's coming out across the goal like that, people are hitting the ball first chance they get. They're getting clears that aren't clean. If the ball is coming across goal, and I guess I could set up a training pack instead of just trying to set things up myself. Custom using. Yeah, goalie. It's not all-star, it's more like pro, but whatever. We want to work on defense, offense, long shots, ball shots, air dribble. Definitely clears and oh, I can't click anymore. Alright, well, wall shots and long shots for clears and saves. I like Champions Field. It's much cleaner, and the field's drawn out very good. Very nice. In this training pack, you're going to be able to see how much time and space that you have. Again, I wish I could set up bots and all of that to, set up the play so you can actually move and stuff yourself. Rocket League has a mirroring system now, so I only need to set up one shot per each angle, and it's all good. That lag. First, we're gonna edit car. We're gonna edit car, and we're gonna put you in somewhere over here. This is not the correct position that you're gonna want to be at for this particular defense. At least not right here when it's happening. But again, I want you to kind of figure that shit out yourself. Also, why the fuck did it start me in the goal you're supposed to score on? I guess it's supposed to be a save. I think this is trying to set me up for a save. I need to move chat out the way. Absolutely. Guess I'll just put it in the middle of the screen. Oh, it goes away. That's beautiful. I was afraid that was going to stay there. So we'll put this here. And this is going to be a shot cross goal. Very slow, very easy to reach. Actually, I'm making it a little bit up. That was kind of weak. Like that. Something like that. Yeah. That's a little bit what we're trying to look at. Create another shot. And we want to do basically the same thing. This time, go here. Ish. We're going to be corner sniffing. It's alright, speed. I mean, you can still try and go for that. Oh, wait. I'll really go backwards. But yeah, that's roundabout what I want. You can touch that. It's possible. You just gotta have a really fucking twisted angle. Good lord. There we go. To be able to read that. Actually, you have a lot more time if you just immediately go for it. Instead of lining it up for goal, just touching it. That's a good second shot. I'm satisfied with that. Shot number 3 is going to be a little bit more difficult. If I think about it, generally, it's somebody on wall trying to pass across. Be on this one. They're hitting the ball off wall. A little bit power. Put some pressure on you. Well, now I'm going to have to bounce that off the wall or it's going to be too fast. There's not actually a way to get up there with it. Oh, let's see. That's actually, like, disgustingly slow. That's in the way, so I can't actually see the full ball. Actually, that's pretty good. The only change I would make is I would situate you on boost as you're coming back. That. Grab boost, and then you can try and make a play. Cool. Great shot. Shot 4. This is going to be a little bit. I don't know how to get it there without making speed hit. And chat is in the way, so I can't tell the goddamn angle to that. This should be extremely awkward. I can't see where the ball's coming in at. That is way too slow, though, I can tell you that much. Alright, chat. Need you. I hate all of the docking locations. I wish I could keep it, like, right-click it and say, don't lock. That would be so nice, OBS. Do not lock my fucking chat into the goddamn thing. Probably is something there, and I'm just being dumb. Oh, that's beautiful. Yup. That's beautiful. That's exactly what we want to look for. A beautiful touch out that makes you make a touch. Because what you have here is people going up and doing this shit, or hitting the ball off, oh shit, or hitting the ball sideways. I can't even hit the ball in the other corner. Yeah, that shit. That's the shit that you get off of these. It's people hitting it off of a wall like that. And you can wait, catch it as it bounces, and you can put it wherever you want. When you do that, it doesn't help you. Unfortunately, I set it up for goalieing because I kind of want to make this a turnover, even though after clearing it, you're probably not going to follow it anyway. I don't know. I can always change it, to be fair. I can just go from goalie to striker. And then on that particular shot, we can make it to where... Oh, it switches the goal to the other side, though. Son of a bitch. I'm not gonna redo all of that. I see. We'll just keep it goalie. That's basically what this is. If I knew it was just going to be strictly goaling, I would have put it on the blue goal or blue net. But I mean, none of these are actually going in. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad. That is very slow, but I kind of want them to see the angle. Save and exit. Save this. The ability to change whichever goal you're scoring on would be nice. But I mean, I learned something new, so I didn't even know you could duplicate. But that's your basic positioning errors, both sides on there. There's proper positioning, both sides. That is a clear from sides, both sides. That is a clear from top, both sides. I would like to have one more. What's another clear that people don't necessarily do properly? Oh, I know one that gets a lot of people all the time because it's not even that fast. Go about yellow strength. Right off wall. Yo, I'm aiming to the right. Go right. Right in top right corner. Good enough. Something like that. It's gonna be slow as shit, though. It's actually, like, super slow. Wait, is that even going in? Oh, it's going in. Like, you have so much time. Not enough to go up the wall, though, unless you go up at an angle like that. I like that. Yeah, because if you go for a dumb touch like that, you get caught. You take too long going up the wall, you get caught. I don't know why I flipped that. I want to get that reverse touch. There we go. Not bad. Now, I kind of wish I had... This ain't set up for an easy save, is it? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's even better. I like that. Because you can actually get that back into the field if you touch it properly. Nice. And you have just enough time if you cut that sharp to get a touch over like that as well. Oh, yeah. That's even better. Okay. And duplicate that shot. Go into this one. Ball's perfect. Or, instead of being there, first we want a corner sniff. Hell, if that's the case, you have time to actually get whatever angle. That's too slow. I can actually get into the air and actually control that. That's way too goddamn slow. So, ball, we need you to be quite a bit faster. Bet you I could pinch that. Almost. Almost. I have enough speed to pinch that. Still kind of slow, because you can still, you know, actually leave goal and save with that. I'll go back to that. Max speed. Is that gonna be fast? I also want this to be close to top corners. A little bit better. That's what we're looking for. Maybe a little bit farther back. I guess this would be a deep center net. Something like that. That bounces off the wall. Hang on. Little bit to do with the guy. That's probably still gonna bounce, yeah. Oh. Yeah. White. Little bit off. Inner goal. Turned out. That. Yeah. If you go for it slow, you can't get it. But if you get that angle, you can actually save that. That's more like the type of speed you're looking for. Just enough to get that save. This is the improper way to save this particular ball and shot, by the way. And we want to go in the shot list, duplicate that shot. That is fun. Now, usually, you would want to be here or here. But in this particular case, this person has a lot of speed or it's a pinch or something. You obviously ain't gonna make that. Oops. So in that case, to try and get the best angle, again, you're gonna want to be in this particular corner as they're making a shot across the goal. The only way this ball can score is if it hits anywhere from this angle into the actual net. If it's a slow shot and they don't have boost, you can meet it head on and you can get a touch. But if it's a fast shot off the wall, or if it's something that's going to happen from a 50, being in this corner over here is definitely going to aid you more, because the ball has to score from this particular angle right here. So you need to be here to just send it and get everything going. And I know it's counterproductive, but we're talking about speed here. Again, there's a difference between low level and high level. Low level, you can sit here because the shot's going to be slow as fuck. You can easily just go up, pick that shit. But this is kind of the thing that I'm talking about. If it's here, and you jump up to hit that, you're putting it over into the corner where the ball just got challenged from. So you don't want to send that out that way. It's going to be slow. So you have time to get a better angle. Hell, if it's a low-level shot, you can probably jump out of goal, challenge it off wall, and then recapture it, take it. But we kind of, sort of want it to where you just have to jump and turn properly to get this. Something like that. But we don't want it to go, whoops. I mean, that's good for a follow. Oh. That's a side flip. Incomprehensibly bad right now. There's the boost jump. A little bit awkward on the position. I don't want to give it to you. Hell, from there, you might be able to actually just... Yeah. Can't ride up the wall. Well, you might be able to make that. Hang on, let's see. Yeah, with the jump at the end, you can touch that. I don't know why you would. Yeah, you definitely can ride that wall. Then can you get it to the left? You can get it out when it left. I know I can get it out. That's what the shot's designed for. Definitely. There we go. Well, no, that's not left either. It's definitely able to be touched out left. I mean, that's a perfect air dribble setup. Right or straight is definitely what you're going to go for. But I know this is savable left. Stop hitting it forward. And that's alright, but I could have been a lot faster. Those are good for, like, air dribble setups. There we go. I knew you could get a touch out left. Jesus, that's all I wanted. A nice touch out left. So that's kind of a testament of speed, and if you try to cheat it by just jumping at it, yes, you can get a touch, but you have to be, like, spot on or you're going to score on yourself. I mean, you can boost jump, pull up, and try to get that, but you're going to have a hell of a time jumping and trying to get a nice touch. Your touches are going to be doing this shit. You adjust yourself, you can get it to go whatever way you want. You can get kind of sort of better clears. That's just in my own net. I hit that off the top. Air roll that. Didn't think about that. Oh yeah, I don't have my air roll set up anymore for air roll left. Interesting. It's good enough. All this is just a speed test. If you're a slow aerialist where you jump and you boost, you ain't getting that. This is basically just a test to see if you're boost jumping properly. If you boost jump properly, you should be getting these touches. If you're not boost jumping properly, you're going to have a really hard time trying to get any usable angle. It is going to be in your net. So that's mostly about speed. Fed. Ah. I mean, do we fuck with backboard clears? It is something that a lot of people fuck up on. They clear that shit to the side when they should be clearing it out. But I mean, I covered the same shit already in goal. If you're looking and doing everything you're supposed to get these clears while you're in goal, you can easily get all of these clears and touches and all of that when you're on backboard. Backboard and goal is the same thing, just your car is sideways. I guess backboard's a little easier because you have something to jump off of too, but still. Same angles, same principles. But do I care about back clears and thing? Because I can set it here and I can set somebody's car down. And the first thing they would do is go up on the backboard and hit it to the corner, which would be a fail. If I send it from here, you can actually just jump from where you are and get a better clear. This ball's not going to go fast enough for that. Or not, yeah, it's not going to go fast enough for. So the only thing that's going to encourage is basically just the sloppy ass play. And that's what I kind of hate about backboard clear packs. They send the shit to you from an angle and then you hit it over to the corner and you win. I wish you could set zones to where you have to clear it straight in order to clear that particular shot. That would be more usable. Rocket League. Set zones. That's all we ask for. It's, better training tools. If I could set a clear pack or a goalie pack and force them to clear it a specific way, so they're not cheating my training pack, that's good, upgrades to the training. But if they can clear it however the fuck they want to, and as long as they clear it, they pass it, what the fuck? Not how that's designed to be played. He cleared it sloppily and got the point for it. I think I want to do is usually a spill out like. Yeah. Gives you the chance to make a touch there if you're slow. Hey, I'm not done yet. Go back. If you go for a touch like you should, it gives you the option to do that as well. This is kinda sort of one of the problems that I see when it comes to low level. In something like this, you'll either have your guy grabbing boost, hit off wall, and then he'll go for a touch out across, or the guy grabs here and he fakes it, and then his goalie has to clear it too. Both of these are both wrong. One, you should be challenging this as early as possible, so if you do miss, your goalie can pick that shit up. And two, if you're going to let your goalie get it, you should immediately drive out, so when he clears the ball, he can clear it to you. And not be sitting in that corner. So, I mean, those who are, you know, fast enough to be able to make a touch. Wanna. Close. God damn it. God damn it. I could own goal any time of the fucking week, except for when I want to. Oh my god, I hit the right fucking angle, just not the right, or the right height, but not the right angle. There we go. At least that's close enough. It's kinda sorta exactly where you want it though. You can clear like that, which is the proper way to clear that. We'll leave it. That's good enough. I'm gonna have to make another one in the future that has to deal with striking. Oh. This last touch is why it's important, and this is kind of like a cookie. If you made it through the rest of the training pack and all of this, this is a cookie and a sneak peek into the future. The reason why you want to try and challenge this is because this is a double tap setup. Bam, off that wall, and then bam, into your net. You don't go for this, bam, that's a double touch over your goalie's head into your net. These and twos, specifically, are ones that you want to go for. You don't want to do this shit to where you run into your goalie who could be corner peeking and all of it, and end up both going for the same thing. Then you bump into your goalie, and it's in your net. This is very important that you challenge these. Again, the proper way to clear this is to go up and then shoot it across. You would hope to get it in their net, but that's the proper way to clear that. But all of these is just a test to see if you'll actually go for things you're supposed to. Because even if you come here and you jump just to get over your goalie's head, you're at least blocking a potential angle that that person could score. But you see how this is going, even if you have to watch it a couple of times to see where it's going to. If it hits that wall, bam, double touch. So, letting it go and then trying to pick it up like there ain't good enough. You need to get to that before it touches. In a twos match, you're going to have somebody going for a double touch, you're going to have somebody across to score that. So even if the double touch misses, let's say it's going to come out, or if he misses it, the second guy that's sitting right there scores it on your goalie's net. The only way your goalie saves this is if he somehow pre-jumps that shit and catches it before it goes across to where that guy can score it, or if the guy's slow on his double touch and the goalie can read his angle and put it in his net. This is where it's important for you, as a Rocket League player, to know that you need to challenge this. People don't challenge these at all. Not in the slightest. But keep in mind, that's one of the most important things. Also, my restreams is fucking broken. I don't know if I can reset that. Well, I'm not gonna know who the fuck's in chat anymore or how many people or anything. So cool. Thanks, Restream. You know, OBS is still working. I can tell from that, but I can't tell on my chat thing. Anyway, again, this is just a sneak into, you know, like higher level play. This is like a cookie for completing the training pack. Your first instinct is to try and jump and touch this. You're kind of getting somewhere, because if you jump and you touch this, their guy that's waiting back right there can't go for the ball. But if he's across, he scores your net, you know? He's up trying to read the double touch on your side, you can cross it. Your teammate that's in goal will go for it, and then you cycle with him. If that guy that's in front of you doesn't, and he stays near, and you try, or across, and you try to send it across, he scores your net. So not only is it important starting out to look in front of you to see where the positions of everybody. Is your goalie, you know, deep in goal? Is he corner sniffing? What's he doing? What's this guy on the wall trying to set up for? You know, what's the guy out in the field? What can he do? How can he help, you know? And you should determine your clear based off that. This is a very important shot. Again, this is one of the very important shots. This is kind of advanced. This is kind of there for people who think they know how to do every particular save. Then they come to this save and they'll be like, what the hell? Because typically I would add that as a cookie, which I might do it in the next pack that I make anyway. Add something like that and make it to where you have to score the goal after basically saving the ball. Right now we're just working on the touches. So we go over to create it. We go upload. And anybody that wants to play this sequence, here is the download code. You get on your Rocket League, you type this shit in. I guess I can copy and paste it in chat, it don't matter. But that'll bring it to Discord, so. There you go. And anybody that has Rocket League, doesn't matter what console you're on, what PC, what game, as long as you have Rocket League the game. You go into your, I'll just show you. Go custom. From custom, in the bottom, it'll say enter code. I move my thing, it's X on Xbox, but you can go down to enter code. You click that, it tells you to enter code. As soon as you enter it, you hit OK with the dashes, and it'll pull up this sequence that I made. Anybody can download it. You just click that bitch and you can hit play, or if you want it in your playlist, you can hit favorite. Then over in your favorites, and scroll down and you can always have this sequence. Bam. There you go. There's the code. 7751-4, capital E, capital D, capital E, dash 26, capital F, 9, dash 60, capital D, 6. Everything's capital. 7751-4EDD-26F9-60-6. Hop in there, play it. These are just basic, you know, saves and things like that. When you first get in, you'll see. First thing you should do, again, is check field to make sure there's not somebody right here in your blind spot coming to, you know, clap your cheeks. You should also, you know, maybe take a moment to see where the ball's going. You can see it's bouncing off. This is the proper way that you want to get these. If you see that nobody's there to interfere or nobody's there to challenge you because you checked before, you don't need to touch this as soon as it's available. You touch this as soon as it's available, trying to do some crazy shit. Even free jumping this is actually hard as shit. Why is it pulling me to the left? There we go. You're going to end up with clears that you really aren't going to be too happy about. I knew I set this up so where it'd be hard for you to turn into that. But god damn, that feels like abysmal trying to get a touch over like that. But if you try to do this training pack incorrectly, you're gonna have a hell of a time trying to, you know, get the touch. But if you wait for the ball to actually either bounce out or bounce off that wall to try and get a touch, Jesus Christ. Why is it so clean? So clean. You'll find that you'll have more time to actually get clears and read the situation of the ball, what's going on. Eventually, you can get good enough to pick that up across the net and get a clear towards their net. There we go. That's what we're looking for. That's more of a proper way to do that. You kind of want to get used to doing things like that. It's hard for me to do, because my first instinct is to pop this into the air because it's in front of me, and then try and follow it. It disappears anyway. Or to dribble it, because I mean, I know that I'm clear to do anything here. If it's a breakaway play and all three have triple committed, by all means, send that motherfucker downfield. But if you have time, and they're down there defending, you can put it on top of your car, get control, and then send it. The 100%, you know, correct way to get this is to be fast. Holy shit. I made that awkward as possible with that little ass bump. There we go. To get up there and send it towards their net. You have a lot of time to actually aim this and get a touch. If you're too late, well, if you're too early, you'll end up getting a touch that way. If you're too late, you'll end up getting a touch that way. We want it to be pseudo in between this line and, I went too far, in between this line and in between that line, and you're clear. And you gotta kind of just keep practicing till you can get that clear. I hate how that's so clean bounce off the corner because it confuses the hell out of even me. There you go. Clean down the middle. Once you get better, especially much better than I am at this particular, I can't read that corner. It's just so clean how it bounces. There we go. Solitary hit. You should be able to basically send that all the way from your net into their net with one touch. If you got to get a running start to find the angle for it, do whatever you got to do and just keep practicing until you can get that snipe all the way into their net. It is possible to shoot the ball from this net over to that net. I play a lot of threes, so I'm not on the one string or anything like that. So that's the best I can do. But if you practice this, you can even excel better than I can. When you're in games where people are passing off the wall, you can read that shit and get a nice, powerful touch across. I'll tell you one thing, that is hard as fuck to hit. I didn't know it was going to be that difficult. Pop that out. Actually, I wonder. If I pop that out, I can. I can get a stand clear like that just by twisting my car off the corner. That feels more natural, just redirecting it out the field. Here, this is supposed to be hard for corner sniffers. If you're a corner sniffer, and you're reading the corner and somebody hits the ball over you, this is in your net. Keep in mind, once it gets above your car and in front of where it can score, somebody's here to score that. So the only thing you can do here is kind of sort of try and adjust yourself to where you can touch that ball. Again, you're using the person who's passing's momentum against you. You see how harder it is to get that angle off of the side here than waiting for it to actually cross in front of your net. And I kind of wish I used this shot instead of the first shot, that perfectly touched off corner. I might duplicate this and put you back a little bit farther. But as you can see, if you're not completely right on reading that ball, you're going to have a hell of a time reading that. This is meant to be hard. This is incorrect. You should have a hell of a time trying to find that angle and put it in the goal. But when you do find yourself corner sniffing or doing something like that, when they pass it off wall, this is going to help you recover. Just doing the same shit over and over. That's going to help you recover. And if you get it thrown over you, because remember, if you don't catch this before it's in front of your net, this is basically in your net. So if you even get a small little thing like this, these are in my net. These are me getting scored on. But if you turn and you get the angle of it bouncing off the wall, and wall reads are very hard for lower levels, you can get clears off of that. This is a test of recovery skill. If you're corner sniffing and they pass it, you should be able to touch this ball. It's a test of your speed and recovery. That's all you're looking for, just a touch out. Most of these saves, you kinda sorta want them between those two lines I talked about. This line out, and this line out. Most of the saves should be going out towards their actual, goal. Like that. That's in their net. That's what you're gonna be looking for. Oh, this is this one. So, you see how slow this is going, right? Some people's first reaction will be grab boost, pick it up, and shoot it. Or grab boost, go here, and then take an air dribble. But keep in mind, that is an opponent that is passing over your goal. You don't have a defender that's up top. So the moment that hits off goal and gets separation, that is in your net. So you need to be quick, and you need to read this touch. The farther you can put it out, the better. God damn, so low. Now for this one, you're going to want to look for two angles. One is in between the two lines like usual. You want to be able to go out. Holy shit. Grab that boost. Honestly, I don't need to jump that early. I'm just doing it because that's a bad habit of mine, free jumping for those. And it's going so fucking low. But you're going to want to be able to... I can't even do this shit. Lord have mercy. And now I have shit crawling on. Thank you, fly. I'm trying to do this without air rolling. Good enough. Here we go. Touchdown between the lines. You're going to want to learn how to clear that out. You're also going to want to learn how to clear that back across awkward. And I cannot get this shit to save my fucking life. Here we go. A nice hard clear back across awkward. I mean, if you want, you can try and score this too, I guess. It helps you. Had a very good pass for a shot. Definitely want to be at a... I cannot touch this ball to save my fucking life. Because I'm pre-jumping it. But we're talking about speed here. As soon as that goes out, it's in your net. But you gotta be fast. These are like desperation touches. There we go. That's more like it. Oh, and if you have a problem actually reading the angles, here's a note trick. If you match, you see the trail that's on the ball? If you meet the trail of where the trail is on the ball, you will touch that every time. I'm just matching the trail here. That's it. That's an easy way to read that. You see the level that the trail is on the particular ball? Match the trail. You can touch it whatever way you want. See, I was a little bit too low on that one. That's kind of hard to actually read, but once you figure out where the trail is going, you can just follow the actual trail to get these, oh, fuck me, touches. From there, it's just kind of about reading the ball. If you're fast and speedy, you don't have to adjust anywhere but where the trail is. If you're slow, then you have to adjust a little bit more. If you're slower, it's going to be a little bit harder for you to get to these. Sometimes slow is good. Like if I have a guy sitting right there in front of me, waiting on me to get a bad clear here. Sometimes going slower is fun, because you can send it right into their net. This is kind of the proper way to do this shot. If you have time, do it. You don't want to wait for the bounce. You kind of want to catch it while it's on the up. I mean, you can hit it across. You can get on wall. Try to get a touch off. Wall. Agree with me. I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind because I can't get my full jump. It's not giving me a full jump. Bruh, all I want is you to just jump like that off the fucking wall. You know what? Fuck it, I'll just double jump. Nah, I can't. I need a full jump. It's not gonna give me a full jump. Why ain't that? Oh. Oh. Because this is the corner. You gotta be on the actual wall. Yeah, I can't make it to the wall and touch that. And I can, it's gonna be awkward as shit. If you're on the corner, it's gonna eat your jump. And you're not gonna have a full jump. That's what's happening. Gotcha. I'm like, I should be able to jump off wall and touch that. But, oh, I didn't mean to pick the mic. At the end of the day, you gotta keep in mind that there's different clears. You'll be able to touch this across that way. You should be able to touch that out that way. And if it comes down to it, you should be able to put it back in your corner. If your goalie is corner peeking and you see your goalie's peeking and you see that nobody's behind you because you're rotating back, or you can see all three of them are there, your goalie can't grab that. So sometimes you want to put it down to where your goalie can just pick it up and corner. After you put it down, because you're grabbing this boost, keep in mind, you're grabbing this boost. If your goalie don't have boost, there's nothing that they can do. But if you put it in front of them, they can follow that up wall and challenge it. You just need to make sure you turn back and defend your net when it comes down to that. Wall clear. Gotcha. Wall clears. Again, when it comes down to this, if you're doing this shit and hitting it to the side, this is not correct. You should be waiting ever so slightly for the wall to bounce off the wall. Then you should jump. Catch it off the wall. And if you do these properly, you can put it straight into your opponent's net. Just like that. That's what you're going to be looking for. As for a touch, you go up. As it bounces, hit it down. Easiest thing I can tell you is that your car should be off the wall before the ball comes off the wall. So I should be off the wall before the ball touches the wall in order to get these. It'll give you more angle. Yeah, I'm jumping right before the ball going to the wall. And you can get those. That's the only thing I can really give you as advice, because you have to fill these out yourself. I mean, you can come up from different angles and take your time like that to get a shot on goal. You have a lot of time. But going for this as soon as it's touching the wall is going to give you a hard time. The best you're going to be able to do, I guess you could probably get it about half court if you flipped a little bit early. I mean, you could hit it with the ass of your car and redirect it with the ass of your car into the net. You're going to be looking at much harder because you're still going to have to wait for it to bounce and flip right before it bounces, like that. I prefer to just get it, you know, right as. You can also get like a pinch clear, which is what you just seen. As it's touching the ball, I'm touching it. And as it's touching the wall, I'm touching it to get kind of a pseudo pinch clear. Oops, too late. I can't get any pinch clear. There you go. You can do something like that to get a pinch clear. But regardless, again, when you clear these, You kind of want to look more towards... I mean, that's just actually a disgusting goal. I don't think about it. Not high enough. Oh. Oh. Almost. That's just clear. I can't get out far enough. You know, I used to score these way back when. I used to cheat to score these, though. That's what I used to do. Because I used to flip into it. I'm trying not to flip into it. I know I can make those shots. I want to try and challenge myself to kind of redirect that in. Almost there. But yeah, with these training packs, look for just different things that you can do. That's just bad. You hit it up as a pass. That was probably it. I'm also trying not to flip reset that down, because generally you can take all the power of the ball just by flip resetting it. I want to hit it with my nose, but I can't get out far enough to get that angle down. Close, though. Close. Honestly, if I took more time actually aiming, I'm trying not to take a lot of time, I could probably get that angle I'm looking for down. But I mean, these are decent passes, too. That was almost it. If I'd have pushed into that, I would have had that goal there. But you, again, you can use these to practice with. You can get a clear cross that way. This is kind of not what you're trying to do, though. But sometimes you want to just clear it that way because they're all on their side of the goal, or goal field. If they are all the way on their side of the field, then you definitely don't want to clear it all the way over there, or you're just giving them free ball control. That's where you want to kind of sort of put it down on your side and all of that. Guess I just have to... There. Then you can follow it down and do whatever you need to do. That's the kind of, you know, I got time clear. You definitely want to, again, jump before the ball gets to the wall and get clears outwards like that. Power clears, that's high level play. And I see it too often where they have the ability to clear that better and they put it in the other corner. And I'm like, brah, all three of them are up. You put that behind them, not only are they going to panic trying to get back, but we have a huge advantage because, you know, it's a breakaway play and things like that. And if you get good at shooting those, when you have people that are air dribbling or trying to hit the ball over to you to hit it off the top of your backboard, you can be there to get those clears and you can send that shit into their net every time. I'm gonna move on to the next shot. Just send that. This shot. If you do anything that isn't an immediate challenge, you're going to have problems making it to this ball. Now, you can boost jump it and cheese this training pack a little bit and beat the ball there, as long as you don't jump towards the wall. See, something like that. We all know that it's going to go straight into your net. Again, this is kind of like a high-level clear. Jumping for this ball isn't going to do you anything unless your goalie's getting ready to receive. But I mean, you're picking up boost here, so you should have time to clear it across to where your goalie can get to it. If you pre-jump and miss the boost, you're not going to have enough to get there. You got to get that speed build up, and then use that speed to get over to get the touch. Again, the proper way to clear this is to go up the wall and pop this more outwards. I am so fucking bad with it. Try this again. God damn. Alright, fuck that. I'm going for the secondary clear. We're just gonna clear this up and about. I'm bad. We'll just go for a perfect 90. Jesus Christ. That's not bad. But there's kind of three primary clears that you want to focus on. First, you want to see where the opponents are. Typically here, you're going to have one of their guys at about midfield on low-level ranks or lower ranks. Midfield at the middle boost over there getting ready to pick the ball up. So if you are going to do the risky thing like clear it over, make sure, one, it goes all the way over and doesn't do that shit. But make sure you clear it towards that corner over there. So it actually, you know, moves. And your goalie can actually pick that shit up. But if you do some crazy shit like this, I mean, you're just not going to get to it. This one I set up that you actually don't have time to get up on the wall. It's the other one. I see. This is the other shot. I didn't know I had two like this. I'll keep this in. This isn't necessary for the training pack. But I kind of like it. Because this will actually give you the ability to get better clears wherever you want crosswise. In all actuality, this is for if you're coming back for boost and somebody's shooting on your net. Shadowing is important. If you're underneath that person as they're shooting and you're going for boost, you're not going to make it. You should keep in mind, you know, how much distance this is. I guess I actually can't because I'm not in edit mode actually playing it. You see how much distance that I am from this. When the ball is on top of somebody's car or in their possession when they're in the air or anything like that, you need to keep distance just in case they decide to shoot that shit. If this is a ones lobby, as soon as he acts like he is going to take that ball up the wall, you should be already planning and shadowing and all of that just in case he decides to make shot across. Keep in mind, this is for low-level lobbies. High-level lobbies, he puts this in the other corner, and you're just kind of shit out of luck. I mean, you can try to get there in time, and if you do a straight line, which, I mean, a straight line, and, you know, you actually get that as it's going in, you could probably save that. But this is like low-rank lobby. It's very short, and if you get a mistouch on it, it's not going to do anything for you. So, one, get speed. First thing you should do is get speed. That's kind of why that boost is there. Get speed. Two, as you're getting speed, correct your path. Correct your path and grab boost. As you're correcting yourself and grabbing boost, remember, go more towards ball, or more towards goal than ball. Go towards goal, not ball, and you can get that touch. Adjust. Jump, touch. Terrible. And depending on how you touch the ball or go, why did I think that was going to be off wall? I know where the shot's going. Depending on how you touch the ball, you're either going to get a nice save, or you're going to get a shit save, and it's not going to benefit anybody. Putting it kind of low, that is in our net, keeping it kind of low and across allows your goalie to pick that up. Keeping it high and over to the other side makes it to where you can land and pick that up on the wall if need be. You also save your goalie to get that corner boost because you're up in the air. You just picked up boost. You shouldn't be using all of your boost just to get a simple touch. You should be able to pick up this boost, send the ball across, and then follow it without grabbing that boost and make a play. Because your goalie, if he is there 9 times out of 10, ain't gonna have the boost for that. Keep in mind that this particular shot is just a shot from the top in. If you have somebody in goal positioned properly, you probably shouldn't challenge them. Because if you miss, or if your goalie tries the corner sniff and he tries to clear it towards you and you're here, he clears it, it hits your car, and it either goes across or it goes back in your net. This is for you're the back man, you're needing to grab boost, and you're needing to go for a save. Keep in mind that this is on the close corner, so you actually have a lot more time to save this than you need to. You don't have to jump for this. You can try and control it. You can try to wait to the last moment to flip it past. As long as you adjust your angle, which I'm not doing very well right now. In the meantime, again, right now, I'm just touching it. I'm not flipping into it off the wall or anything. And you can get these touches. If you flip off of it, you can get more power or speed. Now, it is possible to get this ball to go that way over towards that boost. Don't ask me to do it for you, because I'm not that fucking advanced. It'd take me an hour to get that perfect touch out. That's close. Because you got to come up from the bottom, and you have to touch it out towards that boost at the end. So you have to find the angle at which when you're coming up, that you're hitting it like this, out towards that. That would be the 100%, you know, proper angle if somebody's not at that boost. We're not going into advanced tactics, and I don't even think I could actually hit that advanced of a tactic. So you have the stand on the wall, you have the grab boost, and then adjust. Anything like that to get these clears. Then you have a lot of time. You don't have to be fast here. That's the first thing you need to realize. That you have all the time in the world to get these touches. The only thing you can't do is miss the ball or do something like that. As long as you are there, you can get whatever touch you want. The more speed you have, the more you're going to be able to manipulate this ball. If I try to go slow and get a dumb touch, the ball basically ignores my forward momentum and it goes in our net. But if I'm faster and I have that movement as I'm touching the ball, Jesus Christ, touch the ball. Anytime now, Frodo. And you have that ball touch right there. The ball is going to respond to you because you're moving faster. So, you go slower than ball, ball ignores you, goes in your net. You go same speed as ball, ball will just stop where it's at, right in front of your net. Sometimes you want that shit. If you have a goalie that's kind of in position, you can pop it down and then your goalie can take it. And if you're faster than the ball reacts to wherever you want to put it. I'm trying not to arrow. And then you can continue on. If you do match the speed, like, exactly, you can actually get a nice pop that'll go around anybody trying to, let's say, boost steal you in the other corner or somebody who challenges too far up. Because again, you should be checking on your way back. If there's a guy in that corner, you obviously don't want to sit there and then give him the ball, because he's going to be waiting for it. It might be better to do a challenge over his head and then pick it up after it's past him. You got to decide on what you want to do in this particular situation. I was slow there, and I still managed to clear that. I was like super slow there. That was broken. This the one? That's one of the ones. This one right here is if you're deep center goal. Again, as long as you're not dipshitting around and fucking up your angles towards the ball, you can save this. You're just sitting here like this, you're not going to get it. But if you're fast and you're boost jumping and actually getting those angles, let it reset. There we go. You can touch that and you can save that. Don't do what I did there, because you're actually not going to be able to really get that unless you're faster. This one, you have to let the ball completely spawn in and reset, or you're not going to get max amount of speed to that. As you can see, it's going to be a pain in the ass to get to. I'm nowhere near that, and the ball's already shooting. What happens is, the ball shoots early. The first time you spawn into it, and it's reset, and it's fully spawned, it's a slightly slower shot. Well, it's exactly how you set the power. But if you move, and then respawn and go for it, before the ball spawns in, the ball spawns a little bit forward and shoots immediately, as opposed to it spawning in and then shooting. So if you don't let this respawn in all the way on fast shots, it's going to be even harder for you to touch the ball. Even my best effort, I can't get to it. Another thing is, you see how my car kind of falls out of the sky if I go immediately? I don't have time to land and jump and touch this ball. So you have to wait for everything to go in order to get, you know, the angle to try and save that. This is almost a perfect save situation. So don't be surprised if, you know, you're jumping for this shit and you just can't get to it. You're trying, and you're trying, and you're trying. Obviously, we're waiting for it to spawn before we try. And you're just right there every time, and you're trying everything. And you're just like, dude, I can't hit this fucking ball. I've even tried air rolling to keep my speed up mid-air, and it's not working. Eventually, if you try it enough, you'll find that angle, and you'll be able to get that split-second save. This is kind of a cookie shot. This is recovery skills being out of position and getting to that ball. You do not want to be challenging this ball from that position. This is the same shot. Straight in. But now you're at a more reasonable angle and actually come out and touch. Again, you're going to be looking for a clear that's either over in the corner awkward where you turn, where it's awkward, but your teammates can grab that, or you're going to be looking to aim out between the two lines. It's going to be a little bit more difficult because you don't have the full control to actually aim that exactly where you want it. But you can get it out there with a little bit of... That works. Because I can just pre-jump or re-jump up to that. I'm king of the fucking clears over to the right. We want this shit to go straight. And I don't really have to be that fast. You got time to actually get the touches you're looking for. Because you're not middle, that little bit of speed difference allows you to touch this basically every time. That's good. That was pretty bad. And I'll just experiment with clears, different directions. Obviously, anytime the ball's coming in for the left, your teammates should shift and they should be over to the right to pick up your clears. So if you're, you know, playing a high-level lobby, as this ball's about to be shot, you'll have somebody to the right to pick that up. So the 100% solution is going to be to hit the ball to the right. You want to not on goal. Slide the ball to the right to your teammate that's there. You don't want to hit it directly at the boost. There you go. Something like that. That'll be your 100% correct. Because as they're sitting on boost, you put the ball in front of them. They turn into it. They send it towards their goal. This is the one is what I thought the other shot was. This is what I see all the time. Is this shit goes... Teammate jumps, misses that shit. The goalie has to basically pick that up. There are two things that you should be looking at when this happens and the ball's being sent off for a double touch. One, as you're going for this boost, whether you're coming back for it and turning or you're going from goal and turning, to get ready for that, which is why I put you here, because you can do it from going back to boost, or you're coming in and trying to grab boost, and you're going to challenge this. Again, if you do not challenge this, right there, in your net. As soon as it bounces off wall, double touch into your net. This is an advanced mechanic, especially if you're playing twos. Hell, even sometimes in ones. If you're here grabbing boost and they hit it off the wall and double touch you in ones, danger. Ones. Twos. Very important. Threes, kinda sorta. Generally in threes, you're going to have somebody again out, and you're going to have a second guy on either side to pick that up and try to score this on an offensive play like that. If the guy doesn't get the double. He's probably just going to get the double. That's going to be the end of it in a higher lobby. But in ones and twos, if you challenge this, holy shit. If you challenge this, pro, and ones, you son of a bitch. I gotta restart this. Play again. At least I can cycle through the last shot. After I touch that, I just have to immediately reset. As you touch this, you have to keep in mind where your clears and where your touches are going to go. You see how I say challenge this, how it's very difficult for me to grab the boost, you know, as I'm going up and get this touch. If anything, I'm going to own goal that shit. Why? Because that's not the correct way to go for a touch. And a lot of people see this being pointed this way and they're like, you know. This, again, is important for if you're grabbing boost and all that. When you grab boost, you want to turn back toward the wall. If I flip this around, then you would be pointed the right direction. The reason why I didn't give this to you because it makes it obvious what the solution is for this problem. If I put you on the other side of the boost, you'll instantly go up wall and you'll go clear. That's not what I'm looking for. I want you to be going up towards boost, and then somebody to take the ball up the wall, and you be left in that oh shit situation. 100% way to clear this is to go to the wall, and then clear it out. Like so. You would want to get it in their net, but as long as you can touch it like so, this is going to give you an immense amount of power. Now, you can do it by jumping before the ball gets to the wall. To try to get like a higher touch up around the guy going for a double touch. Keeping control of the ball. But if it's a breakaway play and they all come up and they're really, you know, pressuring you, you kind of want to sort of get that ball going. I'm jumping way too early because my angle's fucked up. Hello there. And now I can't hit this. There you go. That's kind of sort of what you want to look at. Goes up. Bang. As it comes through, and it's kind of coming off wall, I want to kind of go for like a pseudo pinch. Now you can go up, and you can jump early. You can jump a little bit later. Later's going to kill me, because it's a slow play. Like that, and get a touch later on to keep it, you know, down on the ground and playable if you're not sure. But you'd really want to get like a Mungo Dungo clear, no matter which way you decide to send it. It's going to be hard to get the reach around. There we go. You kind of want to go for the Mungo Dungo, because that guy is going for a double touch. You want this out of his touch zone, out of his strike zone. And if you don't clear this, this is in your net. Now you can be cheeky. I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch this with this angle. There we go. And you can be a little cheeky and hit it like an air dribble out. The easiest way. If you can do air dribbles, it's basically an air dribble setup. Bink! From there, you can follow it. You can jump into it off of the air dribble setup to get the Mungo Dungo. You can do any type of clear that you basically can imagine. You want to watch your angle though. You see how it's coming in from my left going over to my right. If I'm more to the right of this ball, it's going to go to my left. If I'm more to the left of the ball, it's going to go to the right. If I follow it perfectly underneath, it's going to go out. So you need to adjust yourself. From where I'm at, the goal is a little bit to my right. So I need to be slightly to the left when I'm bending this in order to get the ball to bounce off towards their goal. You know what I'm saying? For that, if I'm more towards the left of the ball when I send it, it's going to go towards the right, which is towards their goal. So it's kind of like opposites. If you want it to go right, you go left. If you want it to go left, you go right. It's hard to memorize and everything like that. But keep in mind, once that bounces off the wall there, that's in your net. Now, typically, this touch would be a little bit higher up the wall, but I didn't want to kill anybody because, again, this is kind of a cookie shot just to get you to learn this particular touch. But again, you would be coming in from the opposite side, pointed towards wall, and then the ball would be slightly higher. But this, again, is a specific situation to where I see people going for boost and then turning out, and then they do this shit like this to try to get back to their goal, turning far out, and then boom, it's in their net, and they just sitting here like this, like, how was I supposed to get that, man? You know, what a save. Goalie, you suck. Why didn't you go for that? You dumb goalie? Why didn't you go for that? I was covering, you know, afterwards. Why aren't you going? Why aren't you going? Because you're supposed to be the one to go. Your job is to make things as easy as possible for your goalie. Especially in twos situation. This is more important in twos than anything else. But if you have the opportunity in threes, as that's being sent, you can just go up, touch it any other way. Go up, control it, do an air dribble, anything. And you've taken so much pressure off of your team by just a simple touch, up, sideways, anything. You ain't got to get the mungo dungo clears. Just any touch prevents that double touch, and then your goalie, who's probably corner sniffing in a low level, picks these up. If you didn't hit it to yourself, your goalie picks that up. Because what generally happens here is this guy's pushing in for the shot. You're going to have one guy way too far over on that side in low level, and one guy about no man's land. So clearing it and all of that back to that corner can benefit you, because you can just turn around and then play it. Or if your goalie has boost, you can play it. Going for the mungo dungo clears obviously is the 100% answer, because that's just basically a goal shot. And I mean, from that clear, you can further play if you have good boost management. Go up to wall and make a play. Boom. Pull up the wall. You now have a flip back. Well, let's say you get a shit clear. That's not a shit clear. A shit clear. That's trying to send this towards middle, brother. There you go. A shit clear. You're now on wall and can immediately counteract and recover. Bad clear. Now you can follow it. Or if you clear it up, you can fly up to the wall, and then you can follow it and do whatever you need to do. Or stay on wall. The important thing is that you're challenging this. If you go for a challenge here, that person's not going to continue their double touch. Well, low level might continue their double touch, but nobody who has the right mind would continue that double touch. Why? Because if you miss here, and then you jump, when they go to make that double touch, your car's in the way. You mungo dungo that, and even put it around them, or if you get the fool, you know, hit out. Keep jumping too early. There you go. You get the fool hit out. There's nothing none of them can do unless they have a guy back. And then there's that one. This one, again, we just gonna kinda sorta push that out. You're here, you can see what's going on. If there's a guy here that can jump and get to that ball before you do, you want to challenge this a little bit early to try to get a touch. If there's nobody there and you have space, I mean, you don't have to touch that ball out. You can control it and take it. Or, if you know they're up, like in no man's land and all of that, nobody's towards their net, then you have all rights to just, you know, snipe it right into their goal. So, I mean, just kind of keep in mind what you can do. I never said you had to jump for this. I'm just saying when you challenge these, don't corner sniff and then get a bad touch or put it over back of the way it came. Or you even touched it like that. Don't do that shit. You're waiting for the clear over to that right side. Give yourself time and pick it up somewhere else. Don't be doing that shit. Hell, you can even come in, take your time, and then read it and take it up the wall. You have time if nobody's challenging you. That gives them ball control. That gives them ball control. Waiting for it to go in front of you does not. You now have clearance to do whatever you want. Alright, I'll let this go through so I can get the fuck out of here. There we go. Good enough. There's another shot. Ah, this is the corner sniff shot. This one. If you try to jump for this any type of crazy way, and try to get to this, you will not get it. At all. This is to prepare you guys for the wall touches that bounce off wall. Somebody is pointed towards wall and they touch that ball. It's either going to roll up or it's going to bounce up, but most times it's going to bounce out like that. You will not touch this ball ever. And this is why you get beat when you go towards those, because it touches off of that wall and you can't get it. You have to direct yourself to the left to touch that ball. If you're not pulling your stick to the left to try to pick this up as it bounces, we're not going to get the touch that you're looking for. I can even pull my stick and air roll, or air roll to the right to get different touches. If I want to go up, I want to go down. Can't quite get it down because it's corner sniff. You can see I can touch this every time if I pull my car to the left immediately after I jump. But if I jump directly at it, I don't get these touches. This is why it feels like you're touching these balls, but you're not actually touching the ball. Because the ball's bouncing off of that wall before you're getting to it, and you're like, what the hell, I touched that. You didn't. You need to be turned towards the left to get these clears. You are using their power that they sent the ball to you with to get these touches. Again, the perfect 100% would be like that in between the lines. It's kind of what you're looking for. Towards their neck. If you jump too soon, stop touching the ball. Quick. If you jump too soon, you're going to miss the ball. If you jump too late, you're going to hit the ball way left. If you're on time, you'll get a more solidary touch downfield. And if you time it perfectly, that's not timed perfectly. Slow it down, cowboy. There, it'll be towards their neck. How many shots is this? I'm done here. I feel like I've went over every shot like twice. I guess we get one more mungo. That's not a mungo. That's called being improperly timed. And you need to... Bruh. It's not ending. And you need to keep in mind that when you fuck up your touches and things like that, where you need to be and what you need to do. Because if you go for saves and they always go to the right side, you know, if they're coming left to right, like in the mungo shot, and every time you go for a save, it's going straight to the right, you need to keep in mind what you're doing wrong. If you keep trying to make shots and they're going way too far to the right, or they're going way too far to the left, you need to identify what the issue is and fix that particular issue so you can get proper shot placement. But anyway, going back and talking about the actual series, again, this is not a Road to GC. This is just a series to help you when you're well, right now it's a series to help you when you're in champ. Now you have your own custom training pack that I didn't even plan on making. I just decided to just do it. Now you have your own custom training pack to see what better clears you can do. When you think you have a good clear going on, see what else you can do, because you might find something better. Again, I'm only showing you a couple of solutions. There's a lot more solutions to a problem. There's different ways to approach said problem. Just because I set you up in a particular spot doesn't mean that that's the end-all be-all answer. If you're positioned better in most of these shots, you can get these easily. No problem. These are kind of a mix of semi-proper positions. For low level, it's proper, and then improper positions and how to recover from your improper position. You're corner sniffing and they hit it off wall. That one shot helps you out and how you can get that recovery from. Because again, recovery skills are important. If you say "fuck," I'm not in the right position, you should be able to come back from that and not get scored on. So what's gonna happen is stream's gonna end, and then I'm going to immediately restart the stream because I want this to be a separate video from the thing, just so that I can make the distinctions in between that, and we're actually gonna start playing some Rocket League.